Making friends when you stutter is not always as hard as you think. Hi guys, my name is Minka. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button below. I create stuttering support videos and vlogs and other types of videos as well. I just wanted to talk about this topic because it was brought to me by one of you, and it is regarding making friends when you stutter. So pretty much throughout my whole life, I pretty much had one friend per year because me and my family moved a lot. So it was kind of difficult to keep the same friend year after year. But one thing that I found was I always felt intimidated by my friends who did not stutter. So I didn't really know anyone in person who stuttered. So everyone that I met spoke very fluently. There were a few girls that I knew that had lisps or something like that. But overall, everyone spoke very fluently. So one thing that I found myself doing when I would make friends when I was in middle school and high school was that I would almost look up to the person who I was friends with who did not stutter, and that is not a healthy thing at all, because I would be so enamored by the fact that they did not stutter, and I was like, whoa, they speak so fluently, like why can't I speak like that? And looking back on it, I realized that that was such an unhealthy thing to do because it made me kind of lose myself, so to say, and I wanted to be more like that person. So that was not a healthy thing. And it was almost like I admired them, kind of like if you're talking to a boss and you have the feeling that like they're better than you, or I mean not all the time, but like or they're a higher position than you. So pretty much bosses can be very intimidating. What I found is that when I would have a friend, I would basically think of them almost like a boss, and they would intimidate me to the point where I thought they were better than me. I definitely did feel my self-esteem lower when I would spend time with some of these friends who did not stutter, because I felt like I was not worthy of them, or I was not worthy to be their friend. So now I've completely changed that mindset. I was pretty young then. I mean, I was a teenager, and all the other things that come with being a teen. Having a stutter definitely did not help. So now what I do when I make friends is I honestly just be myself. I don't have any trouble making friends per se. I am a more introverted type. Being introverted, I actually thrive better when I'm not being in social situations. So like even if I'm meeting a friend, I am so much better just one-on-one. So I don't need to have major groups of friends. I just need one good friend. And right now, I just have one good friend. I have my husband, obviously, who's a friend, but I have another female friend who's just one good friend. So, and I have like a few other girls that I know, and some guys in the military that I will talk to once in a while, but it's nothing like I need to have huge groups of friends, and I've just never been that type of person. Even if I did not stutter, I still think I would be that type of person, because when I've been in situations where I've had to go out every single night and just like party and just have a good time and go out with friends, I literally will feel burnt out. So it will burn me out when I'm constantly hanging out and spending time with other people. So for me personally, having a lot of friends is not something that I strive for. I strive to just have one really good friend. So I'm fine with that. I don't really have any time anyway to be hanging out with tons of friends all the time, and it's just not my thing. You know, if you're a more extroverted person and you stutter, then you might feel differently than me. Like I know that my husband, he does not stutter, but he likes hanging out with lots of friends. He's very extroverted, so when he's in a group of friends, he talks a lot, and it does balance out well when I'm with him, because I'm standing there like really quiet and shy, and he's just like talking away, and I'm like, yes, just keep talking, please. So anyway, for me, making friends when I stutter, it's not really the most important thing to me. It is definitely important to have friends, even if it's someone in your family. But if you're having trouble making friends when you stutter, just know that a true friend who actually wants to hang out with you, they will not have any issues with your stuttering. I don't think I've ever known anyone that I was friends with that did have issues with my voice, with the way that I talk. There may have been one girl that I was friends with, one or two, that I feel sometimes they did kind of not like hang out with me because of my stuttering. I cannot confirm that, but the energy that I got from them, this is when I was in 6th and 7th grade, I just felt like I was like a third wheel. And I have talked about that in previous videos, feeling like a third wheel, because when you do stutter, you may tend to feel like a third wheel if you're just kind of sitting there with your friends and they're talking the whole time and you're just like, why am I here? Just try and be yourself. I know it sounds very cliche, but honestly, that's all I've done is I've just really tried to be myself, and I try to find that one person that I feel comfortable with. Even when you do stutter, though, that making friends, it shouldn't really make a difference whether you stutter or not. It could be harder, and just know that if your friends are treating you like crap and they are just hanging out with you because they're trying to use you or some other weird thing, they're not your friends. So it may take time as well. Like for me, I don't make friends just with anyone. Yeah, I just don't. So I just like to find that one really good friend that I'm comfortable talking with. Being someone who does stutter and is trying to make friends, it really should not make a difference. So I know girls and guys who do stutter now, and they make friends really easily. There's absolutely no issue with that. When I was in the military, I knew a guy who stuttered, and there were tons of Marines who I knew who were friends with him. So no one gave a crap whether he stuttered or not. It was not a big deal. It was just, no one just cared, you know? No one looked at him differently because he did stutter. They were aware that he did stutter, and it was like, okay, like no one cared, but that was as far as it went. No one made fun of him for it or anything like that. So to recap, if you do stutter, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter whether you have trouble making friends or not. What should matter is who you're friends with. Even if it's that one good friend, it doesn't have to be a group, or if you are hanging out with a bunch of friends and you do stutter and your friends make fun of you or they pick on you, that's not okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments below any other video ideas that you would like me to create for you. Also check out my Instagram account. I am fairly active on there, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!